Take a slow breath, not to relax, but to arrive fully. There's a difference between wanting wealth and being able to hold wealth. Most people believe they are trying to attract more income, more stability, more expansion. But attraction is rarely the issue. Capacity is. You do not rise to the level of your ambition. You rise to the level of what feels safe to sustain. And safety is not a conscious decision. It is a nervous system agreement. If your body associates growth with pressure, if it associates visibility with judgment, if it associates success with instability, then expansion will feel threatening. Even if your mind says you want it, your body always wins that negotiation. The nervous system does not care about goals. It cares about survival. It asks one question: is this safe? If the answer is uncertain, it contracts. Contraction looks like hesitation, overthinking, self-sabotage, creating new problems, dismissing opportunity, lowering the ceiling quietly, not because you lack ability, but because expansion exceeded familiarity. Familiar feels safe, even when familiar is smaller, even when familiar requires struggle, even when familiar includes stress. Familiar is predictable, and predictable allows the system to relax. This is why many people cycle. Income increases, tension increases, unexpected expenses appear, motivation drops, energy shifts. They return to baseline, not because wealth left, but because capacity was not yet expanded. You do not lose money randomly. You return to comfort. Comfort can be expanded, but not through force. Force feels like threat. Threat triggers contraction. Contraction shrinks capacity. Capacity widens through safety, through repetition, through proving to the body that more does not equal danger. Ask yourself quietly, if my income doubled tomorrow, would my breath deepen? Or would it shorten? Would my body soften? Or would it brace? Would I feel grounded? Or would I feel exposed? Your first reaction is honest. It tells you the truth about your current capacity. This is not a flaw. It is simply information. You cannot hold what your system does not believe is safe. So instead of chasing more, we widen safety. Because when safety widens, capacity widens with it. And when capacity widens, expansion becomes sustainable. Take another breath, slower, longer. Feel into the idea of holding more, not chasing more, holding more responsibility, holding more stability, holding more visibility, holding more overflow. Notice what shifts in your body. That shift is where the work lives. Capacity does not expand because you decide it should. It expands because the body agrees that it is safe. Upper limits are rarely logical. They are emotional agreements made quietly. Moments in childhood, moments in early career, moments where growth felt overwhelming, where attention felt unsafe, where responsibility felt heavy. The nervous system remembers those moments, not as stories, as sensations. So when expansion begins again, the body checks the past. If expansion once created tension, the body anticipates tension again. This anticipation happens below thought. You may say you want more, but your system asks, what will this cost me? More money, more responsibility, more expectation, more visibility, more scrutiny. If the body believes that more equals pressure, it will resist quietly. Resistance does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like procrastination. Sometimes it looks like distraction. Sometimes it looks like lowering the target just slightly, just enough to feel familiar again. Upper limits feel rational. They feel responsible. They feel cautious. But underneath caution is protection. And protection is not wrong. It simply needs updating. Because you are not who you were when those agreements formed. You have more awareness, more skill, more stability. But the body may not know that yet. So we update it gently, not through force, through repetition, through safety, through proving that expansion no longer equals danger. Imagine expansion without chaos, growth without pressure, visibility without loss of privacy, responsibility without overwhelm. These combinations may feel unfamiliar, but unfamiliar does not mean unsafe. It simply means unpracticed. Capacity expands through practice. Practice of calm, practice of steadiness, practice of holding more without tightening. You do not need to leap. You need to widen gradually. A container does not double in size instantly. It stretches, it adapts, it strengthens. You are not trying to shock your system into abundance. You are teaching it that steadiness can scale. And that lesson changes everything. There's a moment when expansion tests you, not dramatically, quietly. An opportunity appears, a contract increases, an account grows. A new level of visibility emerges, and instead of celebration, there is subtle tension, not panic, just tightening. A quiet question, can I maintain this? That question reveals capacity. Capacity is not about earning once. It is about sustaining, holding steady without bracing. Many people can spike income. Few can sit comfortably inside growth. Growth changes identity. It changes how others see you. It changes what is expected of you. It changes your internal standard. Sometimes growth feels isolating. Sometimes it feels exposing. Sometimes it feels like you must become someone new, and that unfamiliarity creates contraction. The system does not resist money, it resists instability. If wealth feels unstable, capacity shrinks. If wealth feels steady, capacity widens. So ask yourself honestly, when things go well, do I relax, or do I prepare for the drop? When something expands, do I soften, or do I anticipate loss? That anticipation is an upper limit. It is the body trying to prevent future pain. But protection based on old pain limits future growth. There is a difference between caution and contraction. Caution is steady. Contraction is tight. Caution allows expansion. Contraction reduces it. Notice in your body now, as you imagine holding more income, more scale, more influence. Is there openness or is there tightness? There is no judgment here, only awareness. Because awareness creates choice, and choice creates capacity. You are not trying to become aggressive with growth. You are trying to become steady with growth. That is a different goal entirely. Steady growth is sustainable. Steady growth feels predictable. Predictable growth feels safe. And safe growth expands naturally. Capacity is less about desire, more about tolerance for steadiness. You do not need more adrenaline. You need more groundedness. You do not need more ambition. You need more calm. Because calm can hold, and what can be held can expand. Capacity expands when protection softens. Protection formed for a reason. Moments when more felt overwhelming. Moments when responsibility felt heavy. Moments when success created pressure. The nervous system does not forget those impressions. It stores them as sensation. So when growth appears again, the body prepares. Not to sabotage, to protect. We update protection gently. Repeat quietly. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. To the memory that growth created stress. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. To the belief that more money brings more pressure. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. love you. To the fear that success changes relationships, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Let the breath remain slow. Upper limits dissolve through repetition, through proving that steadiness can scale. Again, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. To the expectation that expansion leads to chaos, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. To the habit of preparing for loss, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. To the belief that I must struggle to deserve, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Notice what softens. Capacity does not explode open. It relaxes open. Continue gently. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. More can feel steady. More can feel grounded. More can feel calm. The body learns through repetition, and repetition builds safety. Clearing creates space. Now we build steadiness inside that space. Capacity is not about chasing more. It is about becoming able to hold more. Repeat quietly, I am safe with more. More stability, more visibility, more responsibility, more overflow. I am safe with more. Let the words land, not as excitement, as steadiness. Capacity grows when steadiness becomes normal. Repeat, I can hold steady wealth. Pause, I can sustain expansion. Pause, money can stay without chaos. Pause, growth does not require pressure. Pause. Notice the body as you say those words. If there is tightening, soften around it. Capacity expands at the speed of safety. You do not need to leap. You widen, gradually, like a container stretching from within. Not cracking, not forcing, strengthening. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. Not overwhelmed, not frantic. Steady, handling more with ease. Receiving more without bracing. Holding more without fear. That version of you is not louder. It is calmer. It breathes slower. It reacts less. It trusts more. Repeat gently. I expand calmly. Pause. Calm wealth lasts. Pause. I am safe sustaining success. Pause. Steady growth is natural. Pause. Let your breath deepen slightly. There's nothing to rush. There's nothing to prove. There's nothing to chase. Capacity is widening. Quietly. Surely. Naturally. You're not attracting wealth. You're becoming someone who can hold it. And holding is power. Holding is stability. Holding is sustainability. Repeat once more. I am safe with more. Pause. I can hold steady wealth. Pause. Calm capacity grows. Pause. Let the words become softer now. Let the spaces grow longer. Let the body settle. Notice how this feels compared to the beginning. Less urgency, more groundedness, less chasing, more steadiness. That is expansion, not loud, not dramatic, sustainable. Take one final slow breath, longer than before. As you exhale, let the body settle fully. Capacity widens through safety. Safety widens through repetition, and repetition builds identity. Rest here for a moment. Let this feel normal, because what feels normal becomes sustainable, and sustainable wealth lasts.